You. Hey, 1%. What's up, DJ? Oh, DS. What's up, brother? What's up, Pablo? I'm just gonna wait for some more people to join KDK, and I'll talk about what I see. I'm good, bro. I'm good. Very expensive so far. This was the move we wanted to see yesterday. I mean, it did kind of happen yesterday. It just happened after the morning session. But this is what we were expecting. What's up, Ashwin? GatieTrades. Welcome, welcome. The difficult one. That just looks like expansion. What's up, Blaze? How are you, man? What's up, Ashley Price? Yeah. It sucks that everything expanded. Good night. I mean, good night, bro. I just woke up. Yeah, the buy side, the full model probably looks like it can be completed, and then maybe TGIF in the PM session. I think it's possible. We take out Tuesday's high. Good, Dragon. Good, Abdul. I'm good, Blaze. I'm good. So you're a bullish. I'm leaning towards longs, but this price action is very, very difficult. Being is that we're over here. Maybe we can get into this fair value gap. $1.7K in X. Nice. Good, bro. Get fucking 5K now, bro. Why is every day so hard? I mean, it's not my fault, bro. I don't know. Like, the price action is just difficult. Look at that. We expanded, we keep expanding through Asia and London without taking out Asia lows. If London low was over here, this would be a lot better. Now we have relative equal lows in Asia, but we expanded all the way through pre-market. It's because the elections are getting closer and closer. It's just gonna get harder and harder. You need to know where the market's gonna go. You're kind of bearish today. I mean, there's imbalances below. There's relative equal lows. We're gonna be patient because of this expansion pre-market. This is your daily range. But we're gonna see if we can come into this fair value gap here, maybe the breaker, and go from there. Where's the lives, bruh? Probably in the Discord somewhere. What's up, Ahmed? Guru, what's up, brother? What do you do apart from trading? I work out, spend time with my girl, and I work for a basketball league. And I do some small things on the side as well, business related, but Had your breakfast? I got my bowl of cereal here. It's good enough for now. I'm gonna eat breakfast again after, like a real breakfast. So we're gonna just look for discount prices to go long. If 10 a.m. comes and everything looks bearish, we'll go short towards Asia lows. If 10 a.m. can convince me that the narrative is lower, but for now we're sticking with our bullish narrative, and we'll go from there. So not gonna switch to bearish, but if 10 a.m. looks bearish, we'll look for a 10 a.m. silver bullet short. If things get real choppy, we'll just wait till 10:50 or 11. What P rate is valid? Well, the Judas swing makes it more difficult. I'm most interested in this fair value gap that's inside London's range, but it could literally just touch right here and go. So you're just gonna have to see what happens, you know? We're gonna have a big org, you know, so you might be able to, like, you know, a short isn't bad. If we manipulate it up right away, right at 9:30, I wouldn't mind going short, but we'd have to like hit a key level and hit some buy side. I don't think that's gonna happen, so we won't be able to really go short. We can go over gold quickly. Inside day yesterday, inside day in TGIF. I don't think TGIF conditions are not met for me right now, but if we can take out previous week's high, then maybe. We're already trading around that level. Good morning, Aldrich brother. I'll cover the actual models I'm looking for, but as for gold, the daily charts, we're trading at equilibrium of yesterday's range, haven't taken either side of liquidity. Took London lows. Probably expect these highs to get taken. They're all relatively equal. London highs, Asia highs, previous PM session highs, previous AM session highs. We're inside of a 15-minute fair value gap. 30-minute immediate rebalance. This could go higher. Could also come here, take out the low, then go higher. I'd probably be looking for higher on gold, but we are in a consolidation from yesterday and also today so far. Haven't touched previous day higher though. I'm long in London session for GBP USD. Do you think it's going to continue next? I mean, this is already a pretty good TP. You could look to, yeah, this is already really good TP levels, to be honest. If it was gonna continue, I mean, if it was me, if I'm gonna be honest, I would be closing the position because after taking out all the buy side from previous day, like your next objective would be Tuesday's high. I don't know if we can get all the way here and here, Tuesday and Monday high by the week close. It's possible. If you want to hold it, I would aim for Tuesday's high. You know? Yeah, Caddy Pan. What's up? What's up, Kanish? What's up? What's up, Joshy? All right, back to business. So we're waiting for RTH gap. Waiting for RTH gap. Oh. So, yeah, there's no amount of Judas swing up. Unless we Judas swing up, take this buy side. I'm looking to TP mostly here. We can look for this too. But if we come up, like there's nothing to reject here. So even if we Judas swing up at 9:30, there's not enough for me to actually go short. You know? We need to hit a higher time frame key level. Maybe ES. We can frame a Judas swing model off of. No, not really. There's a 4-hour bearish fair value gap. We could frame a Judas off that. What is a Judas swing? It's just one of my models. It's a fake price run. You cast a manipulation leg. If we Judas up, take this, get a breaker lower, I'll go short into a discount just as my Judas swing model. But I think it's going to happen. Nah, maybe. Maybe not. We'll see. I don't think we have any news. Oh, I got the most important thing, bro. We got to read this shit. Well, we would have broke our model already. All right. You do not have to put a trade on. No trade is a win. Do not feel entitled to being correct. Or anything for that matter. Risk management will carry you. Patience will lead to higher probability trades. Losses are opportunities to improve. Do not let them be more. We already have our daily loss limit at 350, so we couldn't even keep trading on the funded if we wanted to. And do not focus on the money, focus on the candles. All right, boys. Let's get it. Your buys. Right now I'm leaning towards longs. Up into here. And here. I think this is Monday's high. Yeah, Monday's high. I think it's possible. But if 10 a.m. like if I'm gonna short, I'll be waiting for 10 a.m. most likely. I mean, I wouldn't mind taking this Judas swing model. Because we're in a deep premium, so if 10 a.m. switches my narrative to bearish, we'll look for a 10 a.m. silver bullet lower. But for the most part, we're gonna be like our main plan right now is to look for a long somewhere in a discount of the daily range, or the dealing range at least. If we take dealing range low, then I'll look at the daily range. But in the dealing range, yeah, we can just come to the 30-minute fair value gap here with the order block. Equal highs on yes, or equal highs. Oh, 1 minute? Like these? I mean, yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, there's a 4-hour fair value gap there, so that's what, if we go up at 9:30 and then we get a nice displacement down, so we take out this high, and then we take out this high, we can go short on our 9:30 Judas swing model from that fair value gap. Hey, determine the correct Judas swing manipulation extend the one that forms. Yeah, so that would be a different trading model for me though. So when I'm looking at midnight opening price and then I'm looking at Asia and London, what I'm really looking at is my daily power of 3 model. So if I can spot the manipulation for the daily candle, I'm gonna be looking for a daily power of 3. So that's a kind of different trading model than 9:30 Judas for me. Someone said, but you bullish? Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna want to see higher prices, but right now, definitely not interested in any longs. I think this is most likely, I mean, it might not go lower, but if it shows us that it's gonna go lower, and there's your potential Judas swing. We took out the high into the 4-hour fair value gap. Could maybe go short on this. If it just keeps pumping and takes previous week high, then that would be the narrative. That would be the narrative to build shorts in at 10 a.m. You know, depends how high we go up. So we go with that. Mark out your org levels. And we could always come back in the PM if this is a difficult price action. But and how do you trade Judas swing for short? Price goes up, takes a 4-hour fair value gap high in this case, and then we get a retracement into the place I want to long from, which would be over here. My 930 Judas swing model doesn't even need bias. It just needs drawn liquidity and the consolidation pre-market and manipulation. So drawn liquidity right now is discount and this fair value gap here for now, and maybe even the larger fair value gap. So my model would be hit assuming we get an entry model here. Everything has checked off. Manipulation pre-market, accumulation pre-market, manipulation into a high time frame PD array. If we get a fair value gap going back into the range, we'd have to go back into the range. So here. So if this is your consolidation, we'd have to go back into the range. Then my model would be valid. And I can take that trade. If not, well, if we just keep going up, and once we take out the buy side, we could look for maybe 10 a.m. shorts, and I would just shift bias. I don't think today's going to go up and up and up and up for the rest of the day. It's probably going to reach a certain buy side level and then retrace or go lower or go back into the daily range. Something like that. Four-hour CB. Yeah, if we come back and inverse this, we can go short, but so far still pretty heavy. We took Wednesday's high. Interesting. That could be a valid place to short from. I was expecting this on Thursday, man. I'm just surprised that, it didn't really happen on Thursday, but we're in potential valid short territory. What's up, faithful? Yeah, there's an SMT there, but you guys hit the 4-hour fair value gap, so I'm good, brother. I'm good. How are you? Euro USD. A lot of displacement right now. What are you doing? I'm day trading futures, brother. Looks like we're probably gonna run the sell side there. Only question is where. I would just go based off time, brother. I wouldn't think about mostly where. Just see what hard time frame period we're trading. Maybe at 950, maybe at a silver bullets, maybe 1050. Instead of saying where. Just ask when. How I do it at least. But any of the PD rates can take you higher. If you want to be safe, wait for the discount rate. This is a crazy SMT. Yeah, I mean, we're going straight for my drawn liquidity. And if we do come up here, we're in TGIF conditions. Markets are out of sync. Tell me more. Basically trying to predict the price action. So these candles, when they go up, when they go down, you can make money on that. If you can predict it exactly when it's going to go up or down. It's basically what we're trying to do, right? Basically, that's what we're trying to do. So if we start to drop aggressively, see, that's a little bit of a different kind of concept, Breeks, because the idea of the Judas swing is more of a time-based thing. Now, I know macros you think of the time-based thing, but it's the idea of 9:30 30-minute power of 3. That's kind of the idea, or the 9 a.m. candle power of 3. That's kind of the idea of the Judas swing. 9:30 is a 30-minute candle. So 9:30 opens. If it just goes up and then quickly reverses, you can frame a nice power of 3 on that. And then if that candle frames the reversal for New York session, you know 10 a.m. is going to be expensive. So you have 9:30 manipulation. There's a decent chance that 10 a.m. is going to distribute lower, you know? Which is why I said if we just keep going up at 9:30, take out a nice pull up buy side, my narrative might start switching to looking for shorts. So in terms of the Judas swing between 9:30 to 10 for the first 10 minutes of the macro, see, that's kind of a different concept because that wouldn't be like open. It's the same across any time window. I mean, no, not really, because yeah, you can look for accumulation, manipulation, or a Judas swing, but what you're really looking for here is specific Judas swing from a certain level. In this case, the level is 20491. With the macro, you don't really have that. You're just kind of looking for like I guess a fake move. There is a wick. It's just really small. Like with the 9:30 Judas swing, you're looking at manipulation from 9:30 open. So this blue line, we're like very specifically looking for it to go one-sided from this price point. With the macro, it's kind of the opposite because with the macro, it's the last 10 minutes of the close. So you're not trading the open low and then to the high. What you're trading is the high to the close, which is why you get kind of a Judas swing because whatever wick on the close. So for example, like this candle here closed, so you'd be trading with a macro. This is the close at 4 a.m. right? So from 350 to 4, you're gonna get this wick. I'll show you on the 1-minute chart. Oh, I chose the wrong fucking candle, bro. Yep, yep. I obviously chose the wrong candle. Bro, where even am I? Like what? We'll just do this candle. So this candle closed at 5 a.m. So if you're gonna trade the last 10 minutes of an hourly candle, for example, I don't think he mentioned that. Who told you that? Did you hear it? If so, can you send it to me? If you know where that is. I've just personally never heard him say that. What's the point of the macro being 20 minutes if you're just gonna wait for the first 10 minutes? I've also seen him take trades right at the macro start, within the middle, and he's saying it's macro time, so you expect this price run. You can get a fake move on a macro at the beginning of it. It makes sense because you're trading the close of the hourly candle. So like literally right now, 950 to 1010 is gonna be this wick. Whatever wick is put in here, that's gonna be the last 10 minutes of the 9 a.m. candle. So 950 to 10 is gonna be a wick. So that's what you're trading. That is what you're trading. You're just trading a wick, pretty much. Whether the wick is big or small. High is October 2nd. October 2nd. October 2nd. What are you talking about October 2nd, bruh? You mean October 2nd? You just mean like right here. I mean, high week. Anyways, what I'd favor now, honestly, is we take out maybe the previous week high, then look for shorts. I think this AMD has failed. So in this case, like 950 to 10 would probably come up here, and then maybe we look for shorts. And then we have TGIF model, 930 Judas, market maker, sell, and 10 a.m. silver bullet would all be in alignment of that. If that forms, same John, welcome brother. So yeah, so like I said, like if we went lower from 930, I'd be happy to take continuations. But like I said, if going into 10, something shows me that my mic, is my mic not good on TikTok? Should I make it louder? Oh, it's good. Oh, it's good. Oh, I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you guys. So we'll see. Assuming we have 3 stages of a candle formation, do you think there are only to be 2 macros within an hour? Yeah, I don't think the macro has anything to do with just the candle formation stage. The macro is just simply a time where ICT says there's going to be a run on liquidity or a run on inefficiency. It just so happens to be that that time is at the close of an hourly candle and the open of the next hourly candle. Yeah. For example, the hourly macro for the last hour, the power hour macro, that whole hour is the macro, or there's 4 macros in that hour. So it doesn't really align with that. I think that the macro is just simply a time where the algorithm is coded to run on liquidity and efficiency. As simple as that. The time you can expect something to happen. Where the others only have 2. But that's what I'm saying. The macro doesn't have note that first presentation. Yeah, it's forming right now. But no, it's not about. That's the thing. I don't think the macros have anything to do with candlestick formation. Well, just because the time, obviously, but it's more of just about the fact that like that's when the algorithm is coded to move. Make sure you include the volume imbalance in that first presentation. Um, so like it does kind of make sense because there's nothing to make sense of it. It's just see if 950 can frame the reversal here. What else do we have up here? Weekly CB high. Okay. There's Tuesday's high. It's not high of week, but it's Tuesday's high. We still have one more level of it. Retail's going long. We to up for the reversal to take their money. True. Definitely true. But you always got to consider the fact that just might not happen. But yeah, I'm also gonna look for a potential smart money reversal here. Especially because now that we have an original consolidation, stage 1, we'll get a stage 2, and then wait for the reversal. Jaime, you here, brother? ICT, IPC, give us a breaker block or FPG. we'll probably get a breaker if we're gonna go lower. If not, then we're just not gonna go lower, you know? So what do you think of EMA? I mean, I used to trade EMA, bro. Some bullshit ass strategy, if I'm being honest. Yes, I would like to see this reversal happen now. Reason being is ES would then be wicking the 4-hour fair value gap. ES would be wicking all this. We took Tuesday's high. Can you check US 30? Sure, brother. Let's check US 30. Why not? This looks bearish, bro. Yeah, we could get a reversal next week. As for today, 50 minutes. Could look for a short. I didn't look for a long. After taking the buy side. 4-hour bearish fair value gap. I would just look for a short. It's probably be easier to frame a short on this low resistance liquidity than it is going to be to frame a long targeting the high resistance liquidity. So I'd be looking for shorts. You're surprised? I mean, I'm not that surprised. I was expecting this to go higher in the week. I was expecting this yesterday, not today. Because I don't know if you guys remember, but we were talking about the weekly power of 3, right? So going into that weekly bullish fair value gap on ES, we were expecting it to go higher. Yeah, weekly is looking bullish 100%, bro. 100%. We were bullish. I've been bullish. I was bullish on Wednesday. But as soon as this happened, I said I'm going to be bullish Thursday and Friday. And that's what's happening. I mean, Thursday did go up. It's just, it did not go up in the morning session. So we did not get to take any. We took a loss, actually. It was just choppy in the morning session. You took a trade? No, you'll see if I take a trade. 25 versus ES and maybe a reverse. I think it's possible we get another run to all-time highs just before the elections. If we inverse this weekly, I'll probably even look to get in some stock positions. Oh, sorry, where's the weekly? Here. Oh, we've been inverse that weekly, bro. Wait, what's going on? I've been shorting that weekly should be, oh, it's different if you use the contractor. 20 minutes? No, it's just, Ethan has fair point. Like, it's been pretty consolidated. And then opening range in the last couple of days or the last couple of weeks. All right, approaching that macro. Tuesday's high has been taken. We're looking for an accumulation and then smart money reversal. Bro said, are you new? Ethan's good, bro. Do you use SSMT from Date? Nope, I don't like using Date's concepts. I think they're BS. I've backtested them before. I didn't like any of them. That's just me personally. Yeah, both just looking for an argument. What's up, Miguel? Good morning, brother. Shorting is literally finding a top. Well, that's why we're gonna wait, brother. No one said you gotta short the top. You can wait for a second stage if you need to. Yeah, yeah, it happens. It definitely happens. It hasn't been happening in the opening range, so I can understand that. But that was quite of an aggressive move. Best model right now is leading buyer side, I bet. Just kidding, bro. You kidding me, bro? So at this point, we're not even interested in longs. Yeah, Tesla was up a lot. That was crazy. I was honestly really close to buying Tesla. It's up another 3% today. That's great. I was honestly really close to buying Tesla, but obviously hindsight Harry's speaking, so doesn't matter. We didn't buy. But I was thinking about it. Because it just went down so much. But then I was like, bro, ES hit all-time highs recently, and Tesla's down this much. It's probably just the market's not going higher anymore. Um, yeah, like yo, all-time highs is obviously in question here. Not today, but if we inverse the weekly, might get a clean run. So it looks like we're gonna inverse the 4 hour. I want to see this reverse now. If we can get all the way back down here, nice short right there. So like I said, original consolidation, stage 1. You gotta wait for your stage 2. This short is gonna be juicy. It might not even go lower, bro. It might just retrace to the 15 and then come back and stop us out if we go short. Never be too entitled, brother. That's it. I'm sensing a lot of entitlement. I'm sensing a lot of entitlement. To never be entitled. Never be entitled. They could 100% continue to pump this. They've been doing so the entire day. So don't be surprised if it continues to go up and up and up and up. I mean, I'm personally gonna look for shorts, but yeah, if every trace, yeah, I know if you're not TPing at 9:30 open, I don't know. They do, I won't participate. Yeah, I know. I just meant if you get something like this, you know, sure, they could just be using that to go to the 15-minute fair value gap and then just send it higher again. It doesn't need to go to a discount. It doesn't need to reverse. TGIF doesn't need to be met. Although I'd expect it. I do expect so. But we'll see. Just because I feel like retail profitability here is they can move, yeah, they could chop us down or up. They could just stop right here, bro. Literally anything could happen. So I'm not saying don't take shorts. I'm just saying don't get entitled. Because if you get entitled and then you find out you're wrong, it's gonna be a lot more upsetting. Yeah, no, you're right. It's 100% low resistance. Um, but I mean, look how strong this is. Someone in my chat said something about like catching a falling knife. This is kind of the same thing. Like whatever the opposite of it is. Like I don't know, like what's the opposite of catching a falling knife? Throwing a I don't know, bro. Like you get what I'm saying. Like you're just gonna keep trying to fight the order flow. I'm just saying. I'm not saying don't short. Just don't be entitled. Because if you're like me, or if you were like me, and then you're like, bro, this short, holy shit, bro, 150 points. This is gonna be fucking huge. And you're getting excited, emotions, saying stuff like, "Oh, bro, this is gonna be lit." Like this is just emotion speaking. All right. If you take a short and you get stopped out, it's gonna hurt more than it would if it's gonna hurt more than it would. Yeah, it does. It does, Caddy Pen. It's gonna hurt more than it would if you just simply say, you know what, this could just keep pumping, but I'm willing to risk it. Nope, no trades yet. No trades. Most likely waiting for 10 a.m. silver bullet, which is what we said earlier too. Yeah, that's exactly true. I mean, yeah, no, shorting is fine, whatever model. As long as I don't want anyone to just, I don't think it's good to have the mindset of like, oh, this is gonna be like so good. This is like 100% like super confident. Like, yeah, good. Be confident in your model and stuff. That's good. This is my fib. If you're talking about the retracement settings, I have a couple of fibs. This is the retracement one. Because then it's just gonna hurt. If you end up being wrong, which is okay, I don't want it to hurt as much as if you were to just be like, yeah, I'm gonna take this short. It might work. It looks pretty good, but I don't think I could be wrong. Understand why you would be wrong, right? They would most likely just be manipulating this to keep going higher and higher. Appreciate you. Got you, bro. If you want any other ones, let me know. I got a couple other ones. I'm going to be waiting for 10 a.m. to form a bearish fair value gap after the liquidity was taken. Actually, that's the I don't want to see. No. Nothing changes. If news is at 8:30, it's going to still be at 8:30. And Q to all-time highs? Probably in the grand scheme of things, yeah. Definitely not today. I mean, I shouldn't say definitely, but I think very low chance that happens today. I think we can undo this move. If not undo, at least come back to 50%. Just because anyone who's been long thus far has been profitable. There hasn't been any raid on sell side. It obviously could be continuously manipulated higher and higher and higher, but I don't think that's the cleanest. If we do form a bearish fair value gap, we're going to be looking to use our PDCT entry model. Reason being is I don't want to put a limit on a bearish fair value gap on a day where they've been pumping it so much. Because as soon as there's a bearish fair value gap, there's a chance that they just send it right fucking through that shit. And then, so I'm going to use my PDCT entry model, especially on a day like this. So, and we learned that next CPI is at 9:30. Says 8:30 for me, brother. When's next video drop? I'm gonna try to release a video for Sunday, and it's gonna be on the daily power of 3, my daily power of 3 model. So you know how we look for 9:30 Judas to frame the New York session, right? I also look at Judas from midnight opening to frame the daily candle on the other sessions. Every time you see me discuss about London lows or New York reversal, that's what model I'm referring to. In this case, there's nothing. I can't. There's no clear daily power of 3. I'm not gonna say, oh, this is manipulation. No, like I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's for me. I mean, just wait for the hourly change. See if it switches. So 10 a.m. I want to see us come up here and then reverse, and we'll try to catch a nice short. This quite crazy. Can you show me your fib when you take an entry? Sure, yeah. I don't really use the fib for entry, but I can show you if I were to. Just I have different ways to get in the market now. But you think Michigan news sends us lower? Bro, I don't think anyone cares about Michigan, bro. Revised UM consumer sentiment. Okay, that's not a bad news, actually. 10 a.m. Orange folder. I want to see this come up here. Oh, it's not 10 a.m. yet? Okay. I'll show you how I would, but I'm not going to take an entry off of it. I'm going to use another entry model, but I'll show you how it would. Okay, so 10 a.m. so far, going up. What you want to see. What you have against Michigan? I don't know. That shit's pumping. It's not going to be, bro, this is pumping, bro. It's not going to be that. I wouldn't expect it to be like an aggressive move at 10. Yeah, the news isn't all that. But hey, we're gonna get SMT at the daily high right there. It's weird SMT, but yeah, there's gonna be an SMT. ES is gonna be weaker, so we have to make sure. New rule we added: ES needs to give a setup short. I'm still gonna trade NAS, but ES we need to make sure ES is showing that it's gonna go lower as well, especially because it's the weaker asset. So keep that in mind. My hobby is bouncing off FEGPs. What the hell's an FEGP? You lost 50 pounds? It's crazy. Do you have one that's like the opposite to gain 50 pounds? There is one good thing about if the shorts, let's say the shorts do play out, it should be a really quick move. 10 to 11 will just all the way down type shit, you know? Okay, there is previous week's high. So we're framing our trade off of. Yo, standard deviations of the manipulation leg. That's, I don't know. That's all I'm saying, bro. This is fucking crazy. This would be crazy. Like, what is that, bro? That's crazy stuff. All right, so obviously there is one issue here. Is like if we take this, there's just like this huge fucking imbalance under us. We inverse the 4-hour. Order flow has been very bullish. So we need to make sure if we're gonna take this, it's really confirmation. It's a really strong confirmation. Anyway, there's the buy side level taken on both assets. So let's see. My short will be below this level. So we need to see this inverse, probably market structure shift here, get the breaker block, and a fair value gap. We short there. It pretty much confirmed the 10 a.m. candle flipping. So we'll see if that forms. My hobby is bouncing off of free value gabs. My hobby is bouncing off of free value gabs. No, I have no idea what you're saying, bro. What does that mean, bro? Dumb money? Bouncing like, yeah, I know what bouncing is, bro, but I don't get the joke. I don't get the joke, bro. What does that mean? Your hobby's bouncing off free value gabs? What's the joke? I know what bouncing is. You get it? Bouncing. What's up, Yasin? Good morning, brother. All right. Well, 10 a.m. If it dumps, we'll be here. 10 a.m. candle open. I'm sure we can get below 10 a.m. You want to check it, the only one confused. If it shows us a potential short, we'll take it. If not, I would want to see us, yeah, inverse this. We should mark out the 15 just to be cautious. It's a long way. I'm definitely not interested in longs. This could be your smart money reversal. But like I said, I'm not gonna entry off it. It's inversing. Yeah, it's inversing, but I'm not gonna enter off a fair value gap limit order. I want to see a first things first. I need to see a bearish fair value gap form. If no bearish fair value gap, no trade. We have potential breaker forming here. So if there's no bearish fair value gap, there's no trade. If we get a bearish fair value gap, then I'll look for a 15-second entry. Close below IFEG enter. That's not my style, brother. But if you want to do that, go for it. I mean, I do that sometimes, but not in this case. Market structure. Yeah, if that's what you need, bro, go for it. It would be a closure below 10 a.m. That would be your confirmation for you. For me, I just need to see a bearish fair value gap. We can come all the way here, bro, but if we don't get no bearish fair value gap, I don't want it. Don't want it. Waiting for a bearish fair value gap. AMO? AMO? It is just retesting. Mulu. Yeah, I mean, possible. See if the 2-minute inverses. This would be a clean 2-minute BPR. I would just still need to see the fair value gap. But if we can get a closure below there, that would be the first step. Bearish fair value gap here. I'll take a bearish fair value gap. I'll take a bearish 38-point stop, bro. What the fuck is this shit? Just kidding. Hypothetically, we'd probably be looking at 2 micros on this one. Hammy, are you still here? Just take max micros, bro. The mini is gonna be too much for this one. We did not inverse the 2. Hammy. Just take max micros. Just take 2 macros, Hammy. Go switch your chart to MNQ. First things first, rest in peace, Uncle Fed. So remember I said ES needs to give a setup too? ES also needs to give a setup. Could get another leg higher. We're waiting here. Pretty shallow, move lower right now. Not the displacement we're looking for. A closure below here would signify the order block. I don't care about an order block. I want to see a bearish fair value gap. Yeah, we might even have to do 1 micro on this. It's just getting worse and worse. Stop loss. So this is the hourly candle right now. We're looking for this to be the wick and then all the way down. It's pretty much what we're looking for. And I'm not saying it's gonna happen. I'm not saying it's likely. There's a good chance. I'm just looking for signatures to prove to me that it's gonna happen. You know? Oh, Marcelo, you know what, bro? I'm gonna be honest. Your humor, just keep that shit hidden, bro. You know? But nice try, bro. Like, I get it. I get it. You know? I guess people be bouncing off trampolines, bro. You know? Yo, nah, I'm joking. I mean, I'm not joking. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. That shit was ass, bro. Come on. Do better, bro. Do better. Give me a better joke. Type shit. Keep it real here. We keep I don't know. Nah, I mean, he's a grown ass man, bro. He's not gonna be upset. Bro's hidden talent should remain in the hidden. ES is forming a bullish fair value gap, so there's definitely nothing here right now. If ES is the weaker asset, ES better be forming a bearish fair value gap. It's weaker, so why would it not be showing signs of weakness? If not, then it's not gonna go down, you know? So we wait for now. I feel like Marcelo's cooking up something. He's cooking up another joke right now. He's like, hold on. Hold on. ES is sensitive like a baby, and babies never lie. We could get a breaker mitigation here, my favorite entry model. Take out the high, put in SMT, and get the inversion. I'll take that. I will definitely take that. It's my favorite entry model. This guy's jokes are almost as bad. Bro, you couldn't have finished that in 1 sentence, bro. Like, it just killed. Look, Dow Jones. Did you make profit during this week? Are we up on the week? I don't know. We'll check after. Let's see after the stream. Dow Jones is. I really don't like the Dow Jones. Why didn't we take a buy when it was running? I don't trade. I don't just follow like that. In my opinion, that's just fear of missing out. I don't trade like that. Why'd you at me? I didn't bring up Diddy. But here, don't fucking talk about Diddy, bro. I think we could dump it. Did I make profits this week? Actually, I can check right here. I think we're down on the week, but we're up from last week, so that's good. Last week. I don't know, but we'll see what happens today, and then we can actually get a nice number at that. Good morning, Miguel. What's up, brother? So waiting for this high to potentially get taken. See if we get the breaker. If we get the SMT. ES and NQ both formed a candle. Is that valid enough? But that happens every. What is this? What are you talking about, bro? What is that even? Bro, what? I don't know what the hell is going on in the chat, bro. Do. Do 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 do. Get me out of this convo. How about you change your profile picture from what is that? When did we take that picture, bro? 2008? 2008? What the fuck am I saying? 2008, bro. 2015, 16, 18? That's when you got your camera first time. Yeah, Marcelo be talking bare slow. Just I send a message like every 5 minutes. Guy responds like every 5 minutes. Okay, we didn't even take out the high. ICT just took a buy. No shot. ICT just took a buy. I feel like he'd be trolling. I've never seen ICT take a long in such a deep premium. I don't believe it. But even if he did. Okay. Okay. Give me the inversion. You don't even have to give me the inversion. Take out the high and then come lower. Any trades? No, brother. But we might take this short. Smart money reversal. This is your stage one. Yeah, I can trust this. I can trust this. I can trust this, I think. I'm happy to go short here on a bearish fair value gap. So if this is the trade, I feel like our stop loss should be there. We're gonna take two minis on 2 micros on this one, and it'll look something like this. We're waiting though, waiting. We retested the inversion. Actually, no, we never even inverted there. Pass. No fair value gap, no displacement. We're gonna wait for the 15-second entry, guys, like I said earlier. Do you trade in any session? Sometimes I scalp Asia, but I don't really like Asia that much, if I'm being honest. Okay, we have a bearish fair value gap. We're gonna look for a 15-second confirmation using my PDCT entry model. Yeah, we'll do that. Looks like a bearish order block. We could just short the 2-minute inversion. The 2-minute did not inverse. The 1-minute did inverse. Can't short now. Not going back. Yeah, I don't think so. I mean, it might, but couple lefts. Just the way this candle formed, it looked like it's gonna be a bearish order block where this stays open, but either way, I'm gonna wait to see if it taps, and then look at the 50-second. Yeah, the inversion's there, but the 2-minute hasn't even inversed. We tapped into a 5-minute bullish. ES got an immediate rebalance. The inversion's there. Yeah, I know the inversion's there. That's why I was gonna market sell, but do you have Bugatti? Only 3, bro. I'm trying to get a 4th one. It's just tough. Gonna stay patient here, you know? All right, we tapped back in. I'm now looking at the 15-second chart. I want to see if this remains unfilled. We'll put our stop loss here if we get displacement now. So potential short here. There's no 15-second inversion that's going to form. ES might be better short. Probably. If we get the OB on the 15-second, we'll go short and put our stop loss here. See if we inverse the 2 in the next 3 seconds. No, don't want to rush this. You know, like I'd be... you have to ask me in a bit, brother. You're gonna have to ask me in a bit. So when someone doesn't believe you, you can just hop in the car Yeah, my garage is under construction right now, so all my Bugattis are unavailable. Yeah, I'm not shorting this either. Well, look, what are you targeting? 930, and then lower maybe. Orc 50 lines up nicely with -4. Okay, if we get a 15-second inversion now, 2 taps into the fair value. What color is your Bugatti? Bro, all of them, bro. Red, blue, orange, green, yellow. We got the 15-second inversion. All my boxes have been checked, except like some of the ones like the 5-minute fair value gap here. Obviously makes it a little bit difficult to go short. We didn't even inverse the 15 seconds, so nah, we can't go short here. We're probably gonna wait for another either like just more information. A 1-minute bearish fair value gap. Yeah, like here or something. We put our stop loss here. If we get a 1-minute bearish fair value gap, we can take that. Stop loss would go here. If we get a 1-minute bearish fair value gap. We have a 15 right below us. Go short, no risk, no Bugatti. The plan. I think all our entry model criteria was here. So we could have sold right there. Well, it would have been right like here. We could have sold. We could have won shorts. It's just shorting day one, streaming until I have a Bugatti. It's just not clean. What's up, Tamer? Is it a coincidence? I don't know. I don't think so. I mean, I don't know if there's any significance. I'm targeting the 930 lows. Okay, we'll look at this as a PDCT entry model again. If we get 15-second confirmation, I'll take it this time. So the candle that's forming right now, if we get a 15-second inversion, I will go short. I see the 15-second bullish fair value gap. Close below the breaker. Maybe we take the high, get a new breaker. That'd be nice, actually. Long-term high. You put in an intermediate term high. What are you waiting, bro? Waiting for my model to form. What about you? Well, Bilal said, you ignored the 1-minute inversion like I told you. I'm out of the position. Bro, you call that a win, bro? Bro, you call this a win? Bro, this is some ass, bruh. 20 points? You got 20 points after a 200-point move? That's not a win, bro. Type shit. Unless you're scalping. I mean, yeah. That's your win? That's your win, but don't compare it to my win. I told you it was gonna go lower. Boy, this did not go lower. What you talking about? Hit the sell. If we get the inversion here, we will hit the sell. If we get the inversion, yeah, bro, that's how you make 100 handle doing that this week. No, it's valid. It's valid, but yeah, it's valid. Just don't say like, I told you to go short, bro. What? Smart money is buying Trump pumping. This definitely could be a 15-minute IRL play, but I would favor this and go lower. Nah, bro, didn't tell you to. No, not you. There was just someone like this guy in my TikTok chat. He was like, "You ignored the 1 minute, like I told you. I'm out now. Be the punishment." Or I don't even know what that means, bro. But you know what? It's all good, bro. Love. It's all good. You can scalp until that low. What low? This low? You could have just shorted here the inversion. I don't know where you would TP. I guess this low 959. Yeah, that's the 50-minute fair value gap. So stopped out. That's okay, Abdul. Check your question. Was there a silver bullet in gold to target the above liquidity? If there was a, I'll let you answer that. If there was a bullish fair value gap in the direction of the drawn liquidity, then yes. Yes, there was, brother. Looking for a potential breaker here. High, low, higher high, lower low. I want to see a breaker. Even better if we get an SMT. If not, then what we said about being wrong is going to be true. So remember we said it's possible we just go to the 15 minutes and then go higher. I'm happy I didn't short this. The old me 100% would have shorted this. The old me would have taken this short and been like, oh, yep. The new me doesn't take that shit. Okay, on a real note though, I want to see aggressive move lower now. Otherwise, no. Trade. Patience, yes. So far, patience has paid off. But I told you ICT just buy. Well, I'm not ICT, brother. I'm GatieTrades. GatieTrades is waiting for displacement back into the range. You know? After silver bullet fails, you mean if I take a trade and lose? Can you repeat why I didn't take that short? It just wasn't enough displacement. We didn't even get the breaker block. We had a 1 minute fair value gap, but you can just tell, like, look how shallow this is. This isn't boom. Like, see this long? That's what I wanted to see on this side. Just like hit the range, back into the range. Will you trade and thank you all-time highs? Yeah, I will trade, but it'll be different type of style. Not today. You know what I mean today, like I mean in general. Do I trade during all-time highs? Yeah, it's okay. Okay, first things first, we need to see an inversion. If we get a bearish fair value gap here, we'll go short. No, don't worry. It doesn't really matter if we're trolling or not. I don't really care. I told you, I don't even care about the P&L right now. I literally just want to follow my model. That's all. That's all. We didn't take this because of how shallow it was. Taking this is kind of just fear of missing out. Like, because I was never entitled to being, oh, this is for sure going to go lower. I'm not worried that this 1 minute bearish fair value gap formed. So look at the 2 minute. There's no alignment on any time frame. The other time frames, like, that's my last criteria. If you look at my entry models, it's going to say scan the 1 to 5 minute time frame for alignment. So I can negate any trade. Even though all the boxes were checked, I have one simple thing in there. The 2, 3, 4, and 5 minute chart. I look at them. And if I think it's not good enough, I can just not take the trade. That's how I avoid losses. Seeing this continuously wick, it's not what I'm looking for. I want to see a bearish fair value gap going through. So even though all my boxes were checked off, I put that in my model right there to what I'll do for you, Pius, I'll just go over the price action and see what you could have done. Okay, how about that? So you guys going through it? Let's see what happened here. Yeah, no real PD rate was reached. You could have used a wick or something. Let's just say you used the order block. I mean, 50-minute fair value gap, it's not that clean, but it ended up reclaiming, so you can use it. So 15-minute bullish reclaimed fair value gap. Let me quickly check NASDAQ. Okay, we're chilling. I'll quickly go over this. All right, bro, you ready? 15-minute fair value gap. This is your double purge that we were talking about. Up, down, Sell side taken. That's your long right there. This is your 10 a.m. silver bullet right there. If you miss that one, take this one with the unicorn. This is a unicorn. This is a breaker block. That's a fair value gap. That's your highest probability trade. You won't get a better entry model than unicorn. Maybe my breaker my breaker. This is your first stage accumulation. It's probably going to get another leg higher. I don't know what this blue line is, but I marked it out at one point. So I probably thought it was going to go there. Yep, we're waiting for a bearish fair value gap, brother. Because still I didn't see it in the range. What's your other question? Can you send it again? You said if it invalidates it. What do you mean if it invalidates it? If silver bullet gets invalidated, that means you're wrong about where price is going to go, you know? I was done 12 minutes after open. Good day. Good shit, brother. Proud of you, man. If we get a bearish fair value gap here, I would not mind taking a short. I would even market entry short on this inversion. But still looks pretty shallow to me. If we get the immediate rebalance, we could also take a market sell, but it's not like this. It's like this. If you get the breaker, obviously this would be your best short. Yeah, the 50-minute FEG open came clutch. Yeah, that was valid, you know? That was valid for sure. What's your other question, brother? NQ inverse, 1 minute fair value gap. Yeah, but it retraced into the 2 and nothing on the 3 or 5. I'm looking for alignment on the lower time frames, you know? Look at this. Would you go short here? I wouldn't, personally, you know? Doesn't look good. That's why I have that rule in my model. This prevents a lot of losses. I'm not going to take every 1 minute inversion buy side rate. You're going to get destroyed. The 1 minute time frame is just forming wicks for other time frames sometimes. So you really need to know exactly what's happening before you look to take a short. If we go lower now from this volume imbalance, and then we can go short. But like I said, we need to see a bearish fair value gap form. My one rule for any model is there needs to be a bearish. I don't have to trade the bearish fair value gap. I can enter on an inversion. I can enter on a breaker. But I need to see it. A bearish fair value gap leaving the range. Leaving the range with the bearish fair value. I need to see that. That's my one rule pretty much. Body's respecting the volume imbalance. Still need to see it go lower, you know? Not going to chase this. Potential 30-minute power of 3. After 10, don't look for Judas swing. First, you look for 930 Judas. If invalidates, you look for silver bullet. Also invalidates. Don't know what model you look for. That's the thing, bro. Silver bullet doesn't really get invalidated, you know? Like, you can't. It forms every single day. To say silver bullet doesn't form, like, my silver bullet model has 2 steps. Understand the narrative at 10 and take a bullish or bearish fair value gap in that direction after a high or low was taken. So that model doesn't get invalidated, you know, unless you're trading after 10, in which case I just use market maker seller buy model. But that's what I'm saying. The silver bullet doesn't get invalidated. It forms every single day. If price is really, really choppy and there's no silver bullet, then there's probably just no good trade anyways, you know? You could look for a market maker buy or sell. I'll use that sometimes instead of silver bullet. But 9 times, I would say 99 times out of 100 times, if I'm trading from 10 to 11, it's gonna be a silver bullet type trade. Maybe other models on top of that, like a market maker seller buy, or a daily power of 3. But the silver bullet is in play every single day at 10 to 11. It's one of the best models. You're trading the distribution of the hourly candle. Green flag? What's green flag? Are you working? I work part-time for a basketball league. I work the basketball games. What does time frame alignment mean to you? It means even though we had a 1 minute inversion, you go to the 2 minute and we're just retracing. So I don't really care too much about like the higher time frame alignment, like, oh, I know some people say, oh, 4 hour fair value gap, 15-minute bullish entry. Like, nah, I don't really care about that. To me, that stuff makes no sense at all. I don't like the people who teach that because if you see price take a 4 hour fair value gap and you're waiting for a 15-minute confirmation, you're gonna miss the move. Sometimes all you need is we only get like 2 or 3 points into the fair value gap and it just goes up. Even a daily fair value gap. Sometimes we'll just touch it in 6, 7 points and then go. You can't wait for the 15-minute or hourly chart. So I don't believe in that. But time frame alignment means, like for me, entry, because sometimes you have displacement on one time frame, but on the other time frame it's just a wick. So for example, see the 1 minute time frame here. There was an inversion here, right? This technically meets my model where we took the buy side. I'm bearish. The narrative's down, right? We had an inversion. I could have sold this, but my last step to all my entry models is looking at the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 minute for alignment. I need to look at the other ones and be like, I think it's gonna go down. No, I don't have any evals right now. Just 3 fundeds. Example, Wednesday. Exactly. You can't wait for a 50. I mean, the next day, sure, you can be bullish, but you can't. Yeah, like here, for example, you can't wait for a 15-minute like fair value gap there. Okay, you know what? In this case, it actually ended up playing pretty nicely. You could have taken this 15-minute fair value gap. That's funny. That is funny. That's actually pretty funny. But that's a 72-point stop loss. I mean, so come on. I'm waiting for 10:30. US 30. But I mean, to be honest, 4 hour and 15, that's like the lowest you could probably go to look for a trade intraday. Yeah, I think lower, bro. I mean, not even I think lower. I wouldn't even look higher in this market personally. Yellow shall use it past account one day. No, I don't really like Dodgy. I don't like the way he trades personally. But if it works for him, good for him. I think it's gonna go down, US 30. But I don't think it's gonna go down. I just don't think it's gonna go up. I wouldn't look up. Why? Because he takes trades. I'm not dissing right there. I'm just saying it's not my style. That's all. Not no hate whatever. It works for him. I hope he keeps doing it. But he takes trades on inversions and he'll break even right away, which I can understand, but I just don't like that style of trading. I don't like that style of trading. I also don't know if he's legit. I can't confirm or deny. So I don't want to comment on something I don't know. Yeah, Marcelo, exactly. That's what I do. I wait for a 1 minute fair value gap, but that's what I'm saying. I look at 2, 3, 4, and 5 minute as well. Yeah, like he also gets bad risk reward. I don't like that. You know, like sometimes he'll happy the 1-to-1. I personally don't like that. Can you look at Euro? Sure. I already said what I think Euro's gonna do. Did I say lower or higher? I don't remember. Well, if Euro's gonna go down, the indices would also probably go down. So yeah, it looks like we're probably gonna run these relative equal lows. Just looking at the 1 minute chart, those relative equal lows look good. If you get a retracement to a fair value gap, 15-second time frame confirmation, you can get my PDCD entry model. That's what I would do. If you're lucky, we come down here, take out the full sell side. But this is your model low. So look here. How far can it go past here? Over here. That's what I would do. All right, this volume imbalance is holding. Holy shit. Not hating. I'm just saying it's not my style, you know. So I don't personally take any advice. But he focused on one PD rate, which is really good. What model ICT video did you watch? What model? I watched all of his lectures. Do you trade Mondays? Yeah, I like Mondays. I watched all his lectures. I've seen all his videos. I used all that information and I made my own system. Like, Silver Bullet's not mine, right? That's his. I try to trade it the same way he's taught it, but I've made it somewhat similar to my style. Oh, you're talking about his one model, one setup for life model, where he just targets the data high or low? Yo, look at this volume imbalance, bro. So our trade will probably be 1050 to 1110 macro. If not, maybe we'll trade PM session. Like I said, potential 30-minute power of 3. No. Probably best we wait till 1050. But we'll see. What are you looking for? Still lower. We'd have to get like a full breaker here. So like a market structure shift for value gap, pretty much. Breaker block, however you want to call it. It'd be a mitigation block actually, but the 5-minute would need to inverse. But like to be honest, it's kind of just dead. Doesn't look like it's gonna dump. So what I'm looking for, 1050 macro move. We're just accumulating above previous week's high. I'd expect lower. Still expect lower, but it's accumulating right now, so hard to say. If we get a bearish fair value gap leaving this range, I would go short if it aligns. ES would have to give one too. We got the inversion on ES right there. Yeah, if we get a bearish fair value gap, I'll go short. Stop loss at this high. Can you explain 1050 macro? Yeah, so from 1050 to 1110, I'm on the 2-minute chart. That's why it looks weird. From 1050 to 1110, expect the price to move towards inefficiency or liquidity. Why is 20 points not enough? It can be enough. You don't need more than that. For me, just wouldn't make really sense. Trading 2 micros, 3 micros even. If you do a Discord call, I will explain it, but I think it's worth to anyone who tries to pass the eval. Yeah, I mean, I do kind of need a full port strategy. Right now, my full port strategy to pass an eval is just look to take 3 trades at 3R to try and pass in 2 trades. So like if I need 3,000, I'll risk 500 3 times, aiming for a 3-to-1 fixed. So just simply waiting. A bearish fair value gap right now wouldn't be bad. I would take a bearish fair value gap. Yeah, you really have to identify the fake moves. You really do. This doesn't look bad. Holding it to here would be fucking crazy. You have 500. What's your risk management? I'm talking about evals. For an evaluation, that's my plan. For a combine, I would risk 500, aim for 3 risk to reward. That'll give me 3 chances to pass the account in 2 trades. Yeah, guys, I think this is pretty dead. This is pretty dead. 1050 might deliver a move lower. Basically expecting it to wick and then move lower. We could always trade the PM session. I would not mind trading PM session. If we don't take a trade in this session here. Could do it in Discord maybe. But let's see, we still got 20 minutes. Pump it. I mean live account. I don't have a live account, brother. Just 3 funded. I have a live account, but it's not for futures, it's for stocks. And you hit FEG and discount. 1 minute FEG, yeah. But it's just way too far in a premium for me to go long. But it'll probably go up just because it failed to go down multiple times. It just keep being held. But yeah, we did hit the OTE of this range. Can you check use soil? Yes, I can, brother. So we hit OTE. You will do a study session in the weekend? Will I do a study session in the weekend? There's only one problem with that. Actually, no, there isn't. I could do a study session. Yeah, if you guys want me to do a study session, I could do a study session. But I would want people to come and bring questions or something because I don't need any studying. I don't study anymore. If are you asking me hypothetically if I had 500 on a live account, Mulu? If it was a live account, I mean, to be honest, I wouldn't even do it. I would just risk 10 per trade then. We could do that, Yasin. We could do that. We could do that. If I had a $500 live account and you wanted to do it properly, yeah, I would never have a 500 live unless you just want to practice, which is fine. Don't expect to make much. But if you want to just practice, just risk what you would on another account, right? Probably 1%. So trade 1 or 2%. If you do a PM or 30 session, I will explain that strategy to pass you back. Sure, bro. Let's do it. If I go live, I'll probably look at the price action, assuming we don't take a trade here. Still just consolidating, no break or nothing. So we'll wait for the macro. 1 to 2,000. That's crazy. Wait for the macro and go from there, you know? Yeah, that's crazy. But we wait, still nothing. We wait on the 5 minute there. What prop firm do you recommend us? For what, Forex? For Forex, I recommend Funded by Traders. It's the only one I've ever tried. They're the cheapest, they have good services, and I know my boy is gonna pay out. For futures, I recommend Top Step personally, and then My Funded Futures, and then Apex. Just my personal recommendation. It's hard because it's Friday. Intraday price action has low resistance, liquidity lower. Not the easiest for indices. I'd recommend Top Step, and then I'd recommend My Funded Futures right after Top Step. That's just my opinion. I mean, we're respecting the 15-minute bearish. Not looking too clean, brother. You would have to wait for a high or low to get taken if you want to trade used oil intraday. All right, we're looking at this potential shorts. I don't mind this. I do not mind this. The 10 a.m. candle. Can it flip? I recommend Top Step. That's what I use. I use Top Step. If you don't want Top Step, then I recommend My Funded Futures after. I'm not affiliated with either, but even if I was, I'd still recommend them. Well, obviously. This could work into the macro. I won't take a limit here, but I'll go on the 15-second chart and look for an entry. We'll wait for an entry on the 15-second. Once we tap into this fair value gap, if we get an, like, see how we just wicked? So we're coming in right here. I'm gonna look for a 15-second confirmation. I'm on the 15-second chart on my other monitor. Let's see if we get an inversion. So on the 15-second charts, I'm looking for this inversion. If we get it, I'll go short. 3 micros. 3 micros. If we get the inversion. ES also formed a bearish fair value gap. Still a little bit early from 1050 macro, but it could go in the direction at the. Yeah, we have engineered liquidity for sure. So that's why I'm waiting on 15-second chart. We can wait for the 30-second chart as well. Or not. 15-second inversion. I'll go short. I'll put my stop loss here. Are you serious? It stops right there. All right, that's a 15-second inversion and a half. So we're gonna go short. Short 3. And we're just going to put our stop loss here. Not going to put it all the way. We have risk of getting liquidated, but that's my entry model, and I like it. If we're right, this will probably dump. If we're wrong, it's not going to dump. Do we put our stop loss here? No, we're going to leave it right here. All right, let's see what happens. Targeting all the way down there, pretty much. I'd want to see the full breaker form. So displacement through these lows. We might not actually close it. We'll probably take something off earlier around 50, like around here, 2, 3R. If we don't get a bearish fair value gap here, we're probably wrong. And can you explain the trade logic? The same logic as was before. 10 a.m. silver bullet, 10 a.m. candle flips bearish. It just happened at 10:50. So I'm expecting the last 13 minutes to dump, pretty much. Same exact logic this entire time. Hopefully this is a breakaway gap, respecting the wick 50% here. Yeah, not bad. We should at least take this low, in my opinion. Oh, we have SMT there now? That's not good. That's not good, but I've accepted the risk. I've accepted the risk. I like how it's respecting 50% of the risk. I know we can actually put our stop loss. Yeah, like right there, pretty much. 2672. If I even most people are trading or aren't trading. If you win, it's more than, yeah. So I'll take a partial somewhere around here if it forms. And we'll leave a runner, but we'll see. Let's see if this dumps into the macro. Could be wrong, of course. Could be wrong. Well, we got the change in the states. We got displacement back into the range. Obviously, it's slow, but it formed how we wanted it to. That wick is not good. Shouldn't really be wicking, but we'll hold this. We'll hold this. I'd probably take off 2 at first presentation or something. We'll see if it forms. But this wick does not look good now. We could reduce risk a little bit. Actually, we'll just leave it there. It's all the same. So this is your breaker. We could put the stop loss to the breaker. We could really, yeah, we could reduce our risk. Let's put it right here. I like it there. I like it there. Okay, we'll see. This order block holds price for now. We have a little fair value gap right there. This did wick pretty aggressively, so if anything, 1050 might deliver higher. So far, it's a pretty solid candle up. Pretty solid candle up. So we shall see. Your SL is my entry for short or long. In my opinion, I think if I SL, it'll probably keep going, but probably an SL here. Probably SL here. I don't think it's going to reject off this imbalance. Could. It could. But I don't really think so, if I'm being honest. Just because of this wick here. All right, we had a really nice body and it just undid the move. Undid the move. This 5-minute immediately opened and went up. There's a 2-minute fair value gap there. It's possible. We have a 1-minute fair value gap here. That's a breakaway we're hoping. Our stop loss is now at OTE of this range, which sucks. Like literally the OTE fair value gap. But we did hit a discount fair value gap. So, I mean a premium. We're wicking right now. It's not bad. We did reject off the fair value gap. The 2-minute fair value gap as well. If we do get below this candle here, we're probably all the way in the money, to be honest. If we get a closure below here. Yeah, this is going to start getting quite confusing, but we'll see if the macro can deliver. The fact that we just came all the way down and now we're going back up is quite bizarre to me. Could probably reduce our stop loss a bit here. I mean, realistically, we shouldn't take this high. I'm thinking about reducing my stop to this high. Because then it will, if we take this high, we'll probably come up and take that one as well. So I'm happy to reduce my risk here. We'll give it a little bit of room in case SMT, but for now we're putting our stop loss here. Risk has been reduced. The only reason I'll move, if I move it up, it's going to be because there's a possibility of an SMT divergence. Accumulation trap to sell stops, possibly. You close break even. That's okay, brother. I mean, it looks like we're reaccumulating. We might actually take this high out. I think we just accept the risk and leave this here. We're going to leave this here. We're going to leave this here, and we're not going to change it anymore. Entry at breaker. Yeah, it's not a bad entry. This entry here is not bad. You got the breaker fair value gap. You need more proof? That's okay, bro. If you're not convinced, don't take the trade, you know? Fine. Totally fine. If it goes up and hits wherever your stop loss was, put that in the journal. And if it runs down, hits TP, put that in the journal too. You know, whatever happens. Or if you get convinced, look for a re-entry opportunity. So far, I like the fact we're accumulating here. I don't feel too secure about my stop loss. Does South receive payment by crypto? I don't think so, bro. No. I don't know if any future firms do. Yeah, I kind of like this reaccumulation. Still don't like this wick. I'd want to see us get below 50% of this wick. That would pretty much confirm it for me. But we are accumulating here. Tick pays with crypto. Hey, wait, you can go long. It's dead. You can wait for. Yeah, if you want to go long. Sure. I see we're going to get maybe a potential SMT right here. So that's what I was saying. Why we put our stop loss a little bit higher, because there might be a potential SMT. Candle on EF doesn't have a bottom, so it could flip. No crypto payment, brother. I don't know any futures that do. I don't know. I'm not saying there aren't. I don't know any future firms that do that. It's pretty choppy around our entry right now. We got filled pretty freaking low. Oh, 15 points on the dividing. Yeah, we followed the model. Totally good. Totally good. PDCT entry model, silver bullet, and market maker sell. So very good. Yeah. Well, I'll be happy to journal this. Where are your partials? We'll have to see the timing, and if we get lower, might look to partial first presentation, maybe even just 50% of the range. Maybe I'll even just close at 50%. Can lunch go lower? Yeah, it could dump through lunch. So we'll have to see. I'll have to see the price action after we get here. You know? Like a partial at this 15-minute fair value gap's not a bad idea. That would be 2R. I live near Toronto. I'm in Canada. So how much drawdown are you in? Does this trade? No, this trade will not affect largely. I'd be in total. I'd be minus 500 or something. What about top tier? I don't know what that is. So still accumulating. What I expect to happen here is a bearish fair value gap. I'm like near Toronto. A bearish fair value gap going lower. And that would be your first stage. So smart money reversal, first stage. This also could have just been a model in itself, possible, but see if we get the 15-minute bearish order block here. That would be nice. If we get the 5-minute close below here, that would also kind of confirm lower prices, and then we could trail our stop to this high. We could actually trail our stop to this high right now. We could also run those highs and then go lower. So let's just wait a bit, maybe. Let's wait a bit. You plan on entering with limits in the future, or do you stick with marketers? I usually do limits. The only time I don't do a limit is when I'm entering on the 15-second chart. In this case, we entered on the 15-second chart. Because I didn't trust this fair value gap initially. I wanted to see when we're coming up, are we going to leave or are we going to go through? I was basically waiting to see if it was going to get invalidated, waiting for it to reject. So in that case, I did the 15-second chart in this instance. I only do that when the risk to reward is good enough still. I want to see the 5-minute order block form here. Yes, looks like it's going to form. The 5-minute order block. Yeah, I like my stop loss for now. We'll probably reduce it to this if we get the OB. That'll save us quite a little bit of points. 2653. So we got a little bit better fill on my funded account. 3 points higher. We're starting to wick, not really forming the OB. Not what you want to see, of course. Yeah, this is starting to look bad now because we're failing to form the order block. But obviously, still 1 minute left. We could still go lower. Nothing clean here. I mean, it's just accumulating. Could get at 11 a.m. Open high, low close as possible. Back into the fair value gap. Top is 2672. Trading 3 funded accounts right now. Yes, all copy traded. That's not a good candle. This is not good. I'd want to see that get closed up real quick. If this happened at 11, that would be nicer because I could argue that says open high, low close 11 a.m. candle. We can close the trade near 12. But the fact it's happening right now, I feel like 11 a.m. is going to open, probably come back here, and we might just even get stopped out right here. So there's your S&T. Yeah, I see this. The 11 a.m. is not going to be as clean as I was hoping. Like if this was a bearish trade, that'd be nice. But now 11 a.m. you take MNQ puts? No, just futures. Futures. Like see, 11 a.m. is right here. So 11 a.m. Does not align with the time. Yeah, we took sales. Could be a soup. The SMT is there, but it's not looking good. It could soup us and go lower, that's for sure. Small chance I'll re-enter with half risk. So I'd enter, we lost 124. I'd look to enter, lose 60. Okay, there's stop loss there. Could be a soup, it's possible. We'd have to get this inversion for me to go short. We do have an SMT right here. We lost money on MNQ? Yes, we lost money on MNQ. We lost $117 on that trade. But we did get the soup there. Wow, this could be this actually could still go lower. If we get the inversion, I'm gonna re-enter with half risk. And that will be the last trade. If we don't get the inversion, I'm gonna hop off the charts. I'm happy to walk away with this. You lost money? How? I entered shorts. Price in my stop loss. I don't understand your question, brother. Respecting 50% of the wick. It didn't even take the high. I'm tripping. Where did you enter? I entered over here. Did it really just... My stop loss was... Yo, imagine this actually reverses. At 10:44, 20672. That'd be crazy. My stop loss was right there. Should take out the high, at least. Right? No way it doesn't take out the high. Yo, we got stopped by one tick, bro. I'll actually be quite upset if this dumps. This was our stop loss. That's actually funny. It's just been happening to me, but let's see. No way, bro. It's quite upsetting. Anyway, we'll follow the same rule. If this gets the inversion, we'll go short. I still think it'll go up. Maybe take out the equal highs, but if we get the inversion, I'll go short. I mean, at the time, NASDAQ was weaker. The SMT was like this. We didn't even take out the high. There is no SMT. You didn't get stopped out? Good luck, Guru. This bullish fair value gap here is pretty much going to determine whether or not... If we inverse this, I think we dump all the way for the rest of the hour. If we don't inverse it, we probably come up and go up here. Hit sell. If we get the inversion, I will hit sell. And it'll be 1 micro contract. Stop loss at the high. 2 is too much. 1, I mean, we could do 2, but I'm going to do 1. If we get the inversion. You're going to the gym, take care, Mola. When do you think it's a good time to trade after elections? Like a day or a week later? I would just wait to see the price action. This looks like it's going to go up. Yeah, it's probably going to run all these equal highs that were engineered. I'm very confident it's going to run these highs. Well, I guess we were just wrong. It looks pretty good. But let's see. What do you use for futures? Top step. What am I doing? How did divide order into? Oh, divided in 2? Nice. I see what you're saying. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. ES doesn't have a bullish fair value gap down there. I'll probably just let this one go, but we'll sit here and watch. We had a good trade there, in my opinion. What should I get my girlfriend a gift? You should tell me, bro. I need to get more gifts. Put this in the journal. Just screenshot this. Actually, we might as well just do it after. Wait for earrings and a handwritten note. W Nick. Sell US 30. You sell US 30, bro. We'll wait 5 minutes, see if anything happens. Only minus 100, so that's pretty good. Usually it's more, so it's good risk management. This week has been tough. How many years have you been trading? Just one. Do you watch Tom Howgard? I don't know who that is. Oh, wait, that guy on YouTube? No, I don't watch him, but I think I know who he is. 1 minute bearish for value gap on ES. How many years? 1 year, brother. Yeah, I don't think I'll re-enter here. I mean, 11 a.m., power of 3. You have an hourly fair value gap. Okay, there's the high take, and there's the S&T. If we get a move lower, a breaker, I'll go short, give it one last chance. We'd have to get a breaker. This will just be a first stage distribution, first stage accumulation. If it goes lower, it'd have to go lower right now. How is your risk management on evolution? So when it comes to evolution, no, just kidding. From now on, I haven't been doing this, but from now on, I'm going to be risking 500 per trade, aiming for 3 risk to reward. I will be trying to pass it in 2 trades. If we get the breaker mitigation, I'll go short on the breaker. Even that's almost 2R. Could even just take that in itself. Well, let's say you aim for this. I want to see this lines, dot lines. Yeah, I want that. Nice. On the eval, when I go on an eval, yeah, I'm gonna risk 500 per trade, and because I'm trying to pass it in like 1 week from now on. I'm not gonna waste any more time. I've done it enough times. There's no point in wasting like 1 month to pass. I will short this breaker, guys, if it forms. We'll do 2 micros. This will be my last trade. If we get the breaker block, I will put a limit on that breaker block. Uh, 30 seconds until this candle closes. We will sell 2 contracts. So far, it looks good. Breaker mitigation, my favorite entry model. All right, the limit's in. All right, last trade of the day, boys. Let's see if it plays out. High, low, higher. We actually did not even get the breaker, but we did get the mitigation here. So high, low, higher, high, lower, low. So it's a valid trade. This will be my last trade of the day, boys. Last trade of the day. I'd expect it to at least come here. After it comes here, we will break even. Would you short on 1042 candle? That is 1042 open. No, I would not be able to catch that. I don't know how you can short there. Put our stop loss a little bit lower. I mean, we can put our stop loss here. It needs to cover the OB. We'll put it there, 75. 673. Accept the risk properly there. Okay. Yep, went up the short on the breaker. Short on the breaker. Breaker mitigation is the entry model, and first stage accumulation is yep, exactly. Agreed. It would need to inverse this for value gap. If it inverts this, I think it goes straight to TP. If not, well, I'm about to find out right now. About to find out right now. I would expect speed too, but yeah, just the fact that we wicked here, it looked good, but just wicked super hard. Looks like a failed breaker. but have not been invalidated yet. What's up, Zach? See if this one plays out. Yeah, wait for PM. If it's been a difficult one for sure. We've kind of been waiting for our short for a while. Decent reaction so far. We should see speed. It should come at least here. And we could even just close it at this low. Looks much better now. Now we got the inversion, 50% here. We could probably trail our stop loss to that high that just got put in. We check the 2 minute. Yeah, we're definitely gonna put our stop loss there. The 2 minute immediate rebalance. 2 minute it shouldn't come back up. That's a balanced price range now. It should not come back up there. Why is Friday so choppy for Forex? Not just Forex. Risking 40 on this trade now. Really good risk management in my opinion. But looks like we're gonna get stopped out. You know, we came all the way down, just came back up. You wouldn't expect that. Probably gonna take this high with an SMT. And I'm gonna accept the risk. Yeah, price wouldn't need to if we're correct. But looks like it is. PG like a barcode. Pretty much every single time we get displacement, it just displaces back into the range. Oh, that looks awful on the 5 minute. Yeah, let's not even go there. Yeah, I'm happy with the stop. 40 risk. We hit the rejection block. Could go lower, but that's pretty much the last PD array to expect lower prices from. Probably gonna, like the fact it came here, I'd probably expect to be stopped out if I'm being honest. 2 losses, but very good risk management. We followed the model. There is going to be an SMT here, but I'm not going to increase my stop. Why not target low? I am. I just put this here because it was there right now. That is my final target though. But I think we're probably going to get stopped in here. People want to rush live stream to go grocery shopping. Yeah, you're right. There's a volume imbalance there. Yes is making like lower lows. I'd want to see us like inverse this volume imbalance and then use it again to go lower. Inverse the volume imbalance and use it to go lower. Like we inverse this and then just all the way back up. It looks like we're using it to go higher. Body's respecting 50% of the fair value gap. We could just close it like break even, but we might as well just accept the risk. We're gonna get an SMT here now. That pretty much just ruins the trade, if you ask me. Yeah, AM session's been, I mean, this is technically lunch. I would consider this like lunch, but that's an unfair value gap. Yeah, bro, it's just unfair, bro. Oh, that wick. ES was literally making lower lows. And we're out, boys. So minus 160. I'll start journaling, but we can still see what happens. See if we got, because now there is an SMT here. So, but minus 160, they are decoupled. They are decoupled. Yeah, they are very decoupled. So low probability. I thought the SMT would send us lower. Did a little bit, but then just right back. Maybe the stop placement wasn't good, but who knows? We'll see. Lunch hour, don't like to trade trades. Yeah, usually I don't, but I would qualify this just as at the end of the macro. So go to the reading center and beg for funds back because it's unfair. That was a good trade, but market's crazy. Yeah, that was really. I mean, we lost 40 only, so I'm not gonna complain. We followed our model. That's what matters the most. So I'll start journaling. We'll watch what happens, and then I'll show you guys the journal. After let's put up the executions. Shorted at 1046, stopped at 11. Yeah, it would have been better, but I mean, it is what it is. I think we were just wrong about the idea in general, so we were just wrong. It is what it is. 653 to 3672. And my butt would have been better to slap because it's jigglier. Okay. That's funny, man. That's actually funny. 672. If unfair value gap and an unfair value gap fair? Yeah, bro. Just calculating how much I lost on the first trade. First trade was what? 117. We lost 117.2. Your jokes get worse by the comments. It's not nice, bro. Be nice. Just joking. Show his ass. Minus 117.5. So we lost 117 on the first trade. Risk was 117.50. Lost 400 today. Oh, we hit TGIF already? That's a good point to make too. Yeah. Are you sure we hit TGIF? Doesn't look like we hit TGIF. I don't know. My opinion, yeah, it was a good short. I think it was a good short. I would take it again, to be honest. Just the markets. They're just holding price, you know? And that's gonna be the trades that I lose the most, where like everything checks off, but price is just never actually going to go lower, you know? It was just gonna do everything and then be held back in the range. And it is what it is, you know? First trade we took. Pretty much entered here. Stop loss was here. We got a worse fill. It was something like this. What are your chart colors? You know, I was actually thinking about changing them though. We were aiming for 6.72R. Trading model on the first one. It was a market maker model, low risk entry. Right there. You want mine? No one wants yours, bro. Although it is sick. They're cool to look at. But yo, if you want, yo, we could just go over. Like, low-key, that's fine. Would you come back in PM? Probably not. 2 losses. I'd rather just walk away now. I can afford, like, you know, minus 140 last day of the week. It's fine. Notes. Price was really choppy after taking previous week high. We wanted to see a move back, but it is what it is. I wouldn't want to, because if I lose in the PM, right, I'm not gonna be able to leave easy minded. But now I can just leave easy minded. It's fine. You know, we only lost 150, so just chill. I was expecting, because we rallied so hard at 9:30, that we would have another large move lower. I thought there'd be like interest, but then yeah, it just took previous week high, and they were like, "All right, we're out. Take our profits. We're done." So usually it's around 2 to 4 micros, depending on where the stop loss is, of course. That's my personal thing. So our balance is minus 571. So back to where we were last week, a little bit less. It is what it is. We can still risk 200 per trade, ideally. Okay, let's put in the chart for the trade. any executions. Put this in the journal. Are you live once a week? I go live every day, brother. Showing my full journey on YouTube Live. Friday trades. Friday trades and Fridays aftermath. Yeah, we will put that in there. Could you explain the trade? Yeah, I got you. Let me finish journaling and I'll explain what lunch be the move. 12? Yeah, I was expecting it to start at 11 and then maybe continue. But we'll see. Maybe we don't even go lower. We just consolidate. The idea of the short there was we took previous week high. I'm expecting the high of the week to form around here, right? And the fact that we had low resistance liquidity, lower, large expansion. I was expecting large expansion down. In terms of trading model, you have original consolidation, stage 1, stage 2, smart money reversal, and then low risk sell. And I was expecting over here to become your stage 1. That didn't happen, so we were wrong. I was trying to sell this as a market maker sell model with previous week high being the high of the week. And then we could target TGIF levels and just the sell side there. So the TGIF levels would have been like right there. So we could have targeted on 25.18, so something like this. Where's the black line? So around 930 sell side was around TGIF level, like a little bit lower, a little bit higher. So you could also just target it at discount. There's a couple of things you could have targeted there. Are you trading live only if you see opportunities and when there aren't news? I trade live whenever my model forms. Trade a weekly wick on NAS CFD. Targeting equal high of H4 6 a.m. range. Oh, equilibrium of H4. Yeah, we were kind of looking for equilibrium of this range too. We'll see. You know, we will see what happens. We have an SMT like this now. So ES went to where we were looking for NAS. This is going to be we would have broke even if price came here. So we would have been break even right there. But yo, in my opinion, it's been pretty tough price action this week, no? Or is it just me? Usually it's like we get liking a lot of overnight moves, a lot of choppiness in New York AM session, a lot of just sudden, not sudden, but like look at this, bro. Like that's awful. This one we actually caught a nice short. Even really dog shit. Yeah, it makes sense. Like look at this. We got fucking destroyed here on Tuesday. I think we broke even here actually. How was the day? 2 losses, minus 150. Love these live gonna meet you someday. Maybe like nobody's saying I'm better. Maybe like, bro, I need to see a serious swoop would be nice. You picked the wrong move to trade. I mean, I wouldn't have been able to go long here anyways. Doesn't even make sense to me personally. Maybe I misunderstood the TGIF model. Can you go over? Did you start measuring from 9:30 a.m. open? No. TGIF, and I'll make a video on this. It's gonna be one of my last model videos. TGIF is expecting a weekly retracement from a higher time frame PD rate. So higher time frame PD rate, previous week's high. Once we take previous week's high, that's criteria 1. Criteria 2, we're trading near the high of the week. That's criteria 2 met. Criteria 3, there is no real criteria 3. That's the third criteria. Criteria 3 is it's around Friday, Thursday afternoon, Friday morning, Friday afternoon. It can also happen Monday morning, but usually it's just Friday. So once this happens on Friday, take your TGIF settings. You're expecting retracement now into the weekly range. You don't expect Friday to take the level and then go oop and keep going up and then close here. No. You expect it to go back into the range and then you get another move. That's usually what happens. So after taking previous week's high, I was expecting retracement. How much retracement? 20 to 30%. So I was expecting it to come back here. So you know what? Let's actually put that in our entry trading models. We were also looking for TGIF. I gotta put that there. That's TGIF. Yeah. ICT has a really good video on it. I don't think anyone could probably teach it better. He has a good video. ES is literally making standard deviations. Yes, of course. Standard deviations are very useful, in my opinion. Very useful. I like them because they're mathematical and you can kind of see how algorithmic they really are. You didn't watch? We took the same shorts. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't have taken any long. There's no real long opportunity here, in my opinion. The short was valid, but it just failed. We were patient enough to wait for this, understanding there was gonna be another leg higher, then lower, and I still think we're probably gonna dump, but we won't be a part of it. What's up, Miso? 2 L's for me, Miso, but only minus 150, so can't complain. Can't complain at all. So minus 158. You're in a short right now? Nice, bro. I was in a short. I just got stopped out. Looks like it's starting to dump. You could have probably expected to at least come here. You got suspended on live? That's so stupid, bro. Yeah, they'll appeal you. It'll probably come here because ES is going a lot lower than this. Yeah, that's pretty much how I use them. Just I use them in different ways as well, but good luck, myself. Show me M5. We're low-key cut. I mean, I think we're gonna get here. I don't know if the S&T will hold. It's relative equal lows. ES already took this. ES plus S&T plus out. Is your last trade? No, I'm not trading this. I just think it's gonna go here, and we're gonna have to watch it. This is where we were gonna TP earlier. Kind of unfortunate. We got stopped out right here. Oh, here actually. Just came back. Well, watch this TP without us. Yeah, you know damn well this is about to. I mean, this is probably gonna go lower here. Hurts a little bit, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Can you show real color so I can screenshot? I'm tired of mine. Mine are just white and black, but I'm planning on making new ones. I'm tired of mine too. Yeah, so that was my final target, bro. AM lows, 930. That was my final target. I think it's a really good target. But yeah, just I got stopped twice. Kind of hard to like predict this. Like I don't see why I just had to run up one more time. Chop and then like there's no clear nothing clear here. My colors are just white and black, 75% opacity. That's my colors. That would have been our not TP1, but we would be break even. So hypothetically speaking, let's say this was the trade we took. We would be targeting. I would probably partial here or here. Oops. I'd probably partial here, and then leave a runner. You don't think we'll get it? I think we'll get at least this low. I don't know. I'll be quite upset, but I'm not gonna do anything about it. Just gonna. Now it's going. Yeah, I mean, it looks like it. Probably tap the order block. Just super choppy all time. If 12, like 11:30 just dumps, I'd be quite surprised. Not surprised, but like it is what it is. July 15th wick. July 15th wick. Yeah, valid. Definitely valid. I'm more looking at previous week high, but yeah, we could go up there. I think over today placing 9 trades. Gen profitable or not profitable? Did you break rules? Bro, this looks like it's gonna dump. This looks like it's gonna dump. Are you telling me if you sell it right now, you can catch 3R? That's crazy. Forming a bullish fair value gap. You know what's kind of a nice model that I've always liked, but I've never really looked Studied enough. Valid. Yeah, it is valid in my opinion. Yeah, I was looking for the same short. We got stopped out twice on shorts, targeting the same level. I think it'll go down there, but in terms of when or how, hard to say, man. Every time we just displace back. It's very choppy. We might not get the move. It might happen in the PM or something. Yes, it's definitely weaker. Um, Going up to the 2 minute fair value gap in OTE. Let's journal the second trade real quick. That's good, bro. Yeah, we've been struggling too, to be honest. It's been, bro, I don't know. I feel like every time I get funded, there's the price action just like it was so good on the combine, bro. That shit was lit. Like early October for me, I don't know. I just thought that shit was really good, personally. But it's fine. We're following the rules. That's what matters. Remember. So we followed the rules 4 out of 5 days today. That's good. Uh, 4 to 5 days this week. Next week we're gonna go for 10. 5 out of 5. And 11:08 to 11:16. What are your thoughts on Wixie? Very valid PD array. That's what I'm thinking about trading. Yes, look at 930 Canada FED now. Give me 1 sec. 11:09 to 11:16. ES has been better the last couple of days, in my opinion. ES has been better the last couple of days, in my personal opinion. Did ES give a nice? Yeah, ES tapped into first. I mean, it's not first presentation, but it is a fair value gap. But yeah, it's like this is not gonna happen that often. Take care, Miguel. Take care, brother. Bro, ES looks like it's coming from the fucking sell side, bro. Thoughts on the monthly wick PE for ES or Nasdaq? Valid PD array, but I think we just take out the high personally. Personally, we probably close above 50% and then take out the high. I mean, way above 50% now. Come on, NQ, move. Yeah, I think it's gonna dump personally still, yeah. This would be order block, this would be a propulsion block. You're gonna get a really nice short. You could enter the inversion right here. If I didn't take 2 trades and this was in my window, I would enter just like this. Off the inversion. This would have to inverse. The mental capacity you'd have to be in this trade right now is probably very frustrating. Everything goes right, and then like you get wicks like this. It needs to form after 9:30. So this one is 9:29, 9:30, 9:31. It's not the first one. The first one is actually right here. I mean, you could qualify this, but it's pretty small. Yeah, it needs to be after 9:30. So 9:30 opens, look for a fair value gap after. So it can be 9:30, 9:31, 9:32. So it can be this. Could be this. It's a small one, but it's there. But it's there. Do you have a Discord or anywhere else you stream to? I don't really stream on Discord. I stream every day on YouTube and TikTok. Oh yeah, this is gonna dump, bro. That's a clean wick, in my opinion. My personal humble opinion. But we're not in this trade, but I enter second trade as you, but myself was up to bear 30. I'm holding because it's my first trade today. Nice, bro. Yeah, so we the second trade we took stop loss all the way here, right? Yeah, valid, bro. We trailed our stop and it did inverse, so a little bit mohawk, but you know, it is what it is. There's gonna be your first level leg. It is what it is, you know? We were right about the move, wrong about the trade. Finally, spoke too soon, brother. That wick be hurting right now. I know it stings a little bit. We even closed bullish. I'd want to see it immediately run 50% of this wick. Yep, exactly. Can't complain. I'm not mad at all, you know? Not mad at all. See you, my brother. Sure, that's cool. Take care, Miguel. Take care, brother. Let's finish journaling. So original risk for the trade we took here. 18 times 2, 36, 72. We took 2 micros, right? Yeah, exactly. This was the original trade. 2 micros, we were risking 71. So you know what? In hindsight, like it's so hindsight, but technically, no, we reduced our risk. Like, makes sense to put the stop loss there. It's just so, like, if you kept your stop loss at the order block high, for the inverse trade, what would we get to be? I would just break even now and let it go to this level, and then I'd leave it to sell side all the way. That's what I would do. Equilibrium 930 lows. Yeah, that's really good. That's good. Yeah, I would be personally, me personally, I'm not saying go break even or anything. I would go break even right now, personally. This low is an hourly bullish fair value gap, so I wouldn't close it there. I think we can potentially run through, but I would break even in case I'm wrong. I want to cover my costs, because if I'm wrong, this is where I'll be wrong from. You will be even gets. If you entered the inversion trade, your stop loss would be right here. Pretty much, I'd put it right there. Yeah, you could definitely get stopped out, break even. Nope, we did not take a trade. Just tape reading the potential trade that was forming. Yeah, I used midnight price to identify a potential daily power of 3. Think of the CP's letter where to go. 2 trades today, both losses, minus 158 on the accounts. So pretty good for 2 losses. Close it. I'll close them soon. I just want to see what's gonna happen if we do get the run lower, because we were waiting for this. I'm also, like, in hindsight, kind of upset because we totally got souped. My original stop loss was here on the first trade. We hit stop loss, went lower. Our second trade, stop loss was here. Originally it was here. Never even hit that level. So it is quite upsetting to see it run without you when you just barely got stopped out. That's what you get for moving your stop, but I mean, it made sense there. We literally inverted the fair value gap, inverted 50%, just disrupted the breaker. We just stopped right here at the rejection block. We didn't even touch the rejection block. It was a very difficult price action. Like, it literally just came to this level, almost a random level. I don't even know why it stopped right there. After invalidating all these arrays, didn't even touch the rejection block. Maybe ES hit something at 1121. Nope, not really. Not really. Look, it literally just came up. Literally just came up to stop us out. Twice. You know, literally just twice. Maybe the timing of the trade was bad. How to close partial on trading? How to close partials? Just buy or sell whatever opposite. If you're in a short, just buy however much you want a partial. So if you're in a short, let's say 2, just buy 1, and that'll take off 1. That's what I do. Easiest way. Yeah, quite upsetting, honestly, guys, because we literally got stopped out barely. Like, we got stopped out here, and then we got stopped out here, which I guess this one wasn't that barely, but like, it didn't really reject off any level. And now it's running to our break. This is where we would have been break even. So I call this, like, I don't know, break even target. But, I can't complain. I decided to move my stop, and it made sense. I would do it again, if I'm being honest. So, not gonna sit here and complain. But it is quite upsetting. It is quite upsetting. Nope, just trying to get better at my strategy. I don't watch anything educational anymore. Just trying to get better at my strategy. Bro, we were really targeting 9.6R. It's funny. All right, everything is journaled. And we can watch this for a little bit. We followed all the rules. Can't really complain. But it is quite upsetting because, I mean, we would be break even right now, up like 60, 70 points. 45 points. But it is what it is, We decided to move our stop to the intermediate high. It took it out. Just went into consolidation. It was a balanced price range. It was a good stop loss. Yes, it's almost at TP. NASDAQ is not. So ES would have been so much less headache. Bro, ES is going to hit 930 low TP. If we just took ES, this is a short we took on NASDAQ. By the way, right here. If we just took ES. Oh, yeah, man. Oh, yeah, indeed. ES did exactly what we thought NASDAQ was going to do. This isn't first presentation, by the way. It's not first presentation. This is first presentation. I guess I'll put that in my notes. Like, ES did literally exactly every single thing when I called this the first stage. I took this re-entry opportunity at the end of the macro. Like, everything we said, the smart money reversal, and then the first stage. So the second trade we took was first stage. The first one we took was low risk sell, and they both played out. ES played frankly on this prediction. Like, it will take out the 930 low objective. So it is quite upsetting. Yeah, it is quite upsetting, but I'm not gonna complain anymore. Like, you got the low risk sell. It played out on ES, unicorn breaker. Same trade, just played out perfectly. We trailed our stop here, and it would have never been hit. And you would have broke even here, would have never been hit. TP1 would have been secured. TP2. You know the thing where you trade 6 systems? No, honestly, I don't know much about that. I'm being honest. It's going to cost you $200 if you pass the funded account and then activate the account in total. 200 Canadian. 200 US, sorry. No, it won't do that. It won't do that. The algorithm runs on liquidity, but it's designed for efficient delivery, you know? It's it's designed in the hand of smart money because I'll explain why. Like it literally can't because it needs to buy below old lows and sell above old highs. It needs to. That's where the liquidity is, you know? It needs to run on that liquidity. Oh, NQ first presentation? Yeah, that'll be down there. Oh, that's your first CP? I don't know if NQ is gonna go down there, bro. This is ridiculous. Would you ever pass a combine? It costs 200 times video. It costs 150 for any top step one. Yeah, 150. That's for all. That's for all future prop firms. Well, the accounts are cheaper, but you have to pay an activation fee, which in my opinion is good because you don't want to be paying so much on a combine and then you don't even pass the combine. 200 CAD? No, 200 US. 200 US. It's 50 US for the combine and then 150 US for the activation fee for top step. In Canadian, that would be like 230 or something. Real break even? That's okay, Yasin. Does that also have trailing drawdown? No, no trailing drawdown. They take 50% profit. No, they don't. They don't take. You can only withdraw. So let's say you make 6,000, you can take out only 3,000, leaving your account with 3,000 to work with, right? You got stop break even, and it looks like it's probably gonna run to the lows now. If we inverse this, this could be your second stage distribution on ES. Yeah, the algorithm can't change. It really can't. Imagine, Marcelo, you wanted to enter a position with 100,000 contracts. This is actually not a bad short, but I'm not going to take it. But imagine you want to enter with them. I am with Apex now. How are top step Apex different? In my opinion, Apex is harder. There's way more rules. There's no top step X, which, in my opinion, I love top step X. I think that it's amazing. There's live trailing drawdown, so that's why I don't use Apex. I used to, and then I stopped because of the live trailing drawdown. Basically, what that means is if you're in a trade with Apex, let's say you risk $200, right? You go in the trade, it goes to plus 400. You're up 400, but you didn't close. If it comes back and hits your stop loss, yeah, exactly, Vincent. I mean, you could have shorted ES though. ES 1050 macro was exactly what we predicted to be on NASDAQ. I mean, okay, the macro was actually ass. The macro consolidated, but it set up the trade right before the macro. This is where we shorted. But yeah, pretty much if you didn't force longs, how did it go? Minus 150, brother. Actually, minus 160. Took two shorts, lost, got pretty much stuck in this. Everything that happened on ES, only NAS, yeah. I mean, if we took yes, it'd be a different story, but it is what it is. So the person was asking about someone was asking about the difference. So yeah, wisdom. So there's a trailing drawdown. So if you're up 400 on a trade on an Apex account, and then let's say you risk 200, if it comes back and stops you out, it's minus 600 on the day. So not minus 200, it's minus 600. So to me, that's the dumbest shit ever. I don't like trading with that. I don't like that. Yeah, oh, it's a news gamble. I might have to switch then. I mean, yeah, you don't have to. You're funded right now. In my opinion, I would switch, but if you're funded right now, this is gonna dump. If you're funded right now, what I would do personally is just keep the trades tight, you know? Keep them tight. Look to TP like maybe a fixed 2R or 3R. Um, it's 1150 macro right now, by the way, so We probably get the run to sell side. We probably get the run to sell side. Oh, actually, this was our TP1 for NASDAQ. This was our TP1. So we'd be break even. I'm hoping all next week is sell model. Yeah, I don't, the price action's been tough, man. We're going to take out those lows now. And then we're just going to sit here and be just a little bit upset. Not too upset, but a little bit upset. Because we were right. We were very patient. We took good entries. Everything we did right. You know, the market just stopped us out. And then dumped twice. And ES, you know, could have taken ES at the time. I think it's harder to see that. You know, we could have taken ES for sure. It's probably going to take 930 lows. I'm just waiting to see if it does so I can journal it. I think we can all agree that it's most likely very probably higher probably. It's literally right there. It's probably just going to take these lows. No, I don't want to be that guy, but I'm going to be that guy real quick. Hypothetically speaking, let's say we just held this. We would have had to risk 10, but we could have done 9, 1100. Okay. It hurts. It definitely hurts, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Like NASDAQ disrespected the bearish arrays and then went lower. ES just respected them all, you know? Respected the fair value gap, respected the breaker, respected the OBs. We took 2 trades, both losses. And now we are watching it TP without us. This was our TP1 on NASDAQ. 80 points TP1 to be 160, 320. Would have been 320 closed here. And then we leave the runner. I just want to watch the end of this macro. See you, Yassine, bro. Take care. I'm just gonna wait the last couple minutes. If anyone has questions, feel free to ask once I make breakfast. I'm out of here. I'm gonna nap and shit. I'm expecting a big candle in around 1 or 2 minutes. What do you do when you're mentally down? Cry, bro. You just hop on a call with someone, tell them what's up. Pretty mentally down right now. Just gotta suck it up. Make sure I don't do anything stupid, like take another trade. Because I know I'm mentally down, you know? Watching this run without me, everything I predicted was pretty much correct. Like, literally everything. We waited, we called out this fake, we called this out fake, we called out the real move happening, we called out 11 a.m. bearish candle, we called out the smart money reversal low risk sell, we called out the market maker sell model, we called out the second stage, the first stage right there, we called out the second stage right here. And now we're calling out that it's gonna run through these lows. And it's probably all valid, you know? Like it all happened, just not on NASDAQ. And you know what's annoying too? Like we waited for an SMT, and the SMT was literally in favor of Nasdaq at this time. Like why, bro? Why did it just switch up? I guess the higher time frame, right? The higher time frame. ES is more bearish, technically, so we could have known that. What am I gonna do when I'm mentally down? Suck it up, bro. Go make some breakfast, take a nap, watch some Netflix. You know. Just remember that it's not about today; it's about tomorrow. Remember that for the rest of your life, every day. You know what we could do though? Could get new chart colors. Yo, who's in the chat right now? Any OGs? Sarvan's here. Is it time for new chart colors? Again? We'll clear up all these levels. I don't know. Personally, I think it's time for new chart colors. You guys are down, huh? Who's down for like just something that spikes things up, you know? Like I need this. I don't want to see black and white anymore. I want to see I want something still like professional, but yeah, quite upsetting. But you know, it is what it is. You know, it is what it is. We have, so we're gonna risk 200 on the next 2 trades. Risking 200 on the next 2 trades. If we lose, we'll start risking 100 every single trade. Period. Every trade. First trade, second trade, it doesn't matter. We'll risk 100 for 10 trades in a row. But for the next 2 trades, we can still risk 200. So we're not technically in deep drawdown or anything. I took the short on NQ and it's really frustrating moving like S&P. Aldrich, yeah. But yeah, what? How today? 2 losses, minus 150. We're back to where we were at the beginning of the week. Last week. The end of the week last week. So the wins that we had. Yeah, so far, not doing too good. Not doing too good, sir. But we're here. Looking for a long. From 930 lows, not bad. I think we take out 930 lows though. Alright, new chart colors. Alright, who's with me? Who's with me? For new chart colors. Try white and orange and black background. Is it time to go black background? I don't know if I can do black. I always question it. I always question doing the black background. But I can just never follow through. Like, I don't know if I like it. Nah, I've done the ICT colors for too long. I need something new. Did we follow the model? We followed the model 100%. I mean, the only thing that's questionable was so we took the short here. We put our stop loss right here. We got stopped out. We reduced our risk. Actually, no, this is a valid stop loss. This is my PDCT entry model stop loss. So this is 100% clean. 100% clean. The other short we took was here. We shorted here. This goes making a market maker. Sell buy? Sell buy. If there's no SMT here with gold, with silver, I'd probably expect it to go there. Maybe the 15-minute fair value gap will take you there. Maybe the sell side sweep on the 10-minute. Market maker sell model. I would expect it to go higher one more leg. 15-minute reversal. I'd expect it to come up here. Personally, I'd expect it to come up here. If I had to say. But I wouldn't long it from here. Maybe from here to here. 3-minute time frame. Yeah, you could short into here. It's not a bad short. That's where I would short to. This low. And then I would look, ideally I'd look for a long from here, but it's already 12, so anything that forms now can simply be just held. What do we think about this, boys? What about we just did this? You regret telling them or regret arguing? You don't like this? ICT's green and black is perfect? It's not bad. You guys want the ICT green and black? A little bit lighter green? Oops. Yo, that shit's bright, bro. Look, that's pretty good. I don't know. What do you guys think? Should we just do this then? A little more? A little more what? Too bright? The background or the green? The background or the green? Background is too bright? How about that? What's up, money glitch? Yo, someone say something, bro. Is this good? Is this what we're rocking with? Back to the green and red? I mean, not green and red, green and black. You ever hear pre-market? No, not really. The green needs to be lighter. Like that. I want the black to be like 75%, I think. I think that's good. Just a little what, bro? More light? Like that? How many trading models do you have? 7 trading models. I think that's the good green. I think that's a good green. 96B, 9897. Yeah, we can do this. Back to the ICT colors. Full confidence in ICT colors to bring me afternoon trade. No, I mean, yeah, if I don't trade the AM, then yes. But if I trade the AM, then no. I don't like over trading. I don't want to trade too much in one day. So that's why I don't. Close the drawings here. Well, is this good? Back to the green and black, like the OG colors. What if we did another color instead of green, like we did yellow or something? That's pretty nice. Green is just kind of clean. I think we can rock with this. I believe we can rock with this. But what if we made the canvas this color? Then we made the symbols. We did that. That's funny. Or we did it like the other way. We did green and white, and the canvas was black. ICT reverse. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. Yo, valid or no? Valid or no? Nah. Nah. Yeah, light is better. You're right. Well, I think I'm gonna go make some breakfast. Uh, some blue. We could do this blue instead. I'd want to do like this blue probably. Or this one. For some reason, the green is just so clean though. Like, why is this green just so good? The green is just so good. I don't want to have TJR colors. I also kind of like this orange or yellow because that's like the one color you never use. For light team, I prefer yellow. It's like IRS favorite, and for Canada's ICT team, looks like Mr. Pickle's colors. Blue's not good. Mr. Pickle, I don't know his colors. What are his colors? Ow, bro. Really hurts my eyes. No, I think I just like the white more. So how long is it for first pale on Top Step? For me, I don't know, bro. Whatever it comes. If I had to guess strategically, assuming we get them on these accounts, would probably be. Let's just say we have a really good week next week. We win two. Let's say we win 5 trades, 4R to a 3R, 4, 200, 600. Possible, like first week in November or after the first week in November. If I get one on these accounts, I have to go on a pretty nice win streak though, which has happened, so it can definitely happen. Could definitely happen. I think we'll just rock with this for now, unless we like hold up. What if we do something completely like? We'll keep the light background, I think. But what if we did like yellow and dark yellow or some shit? Like something completely abstract. Not some ass, bro. Green and dark green? How long? If I get an account today, well, you have to pass. So are you saying, are we assuming before pass or after pass? You could do it as little as 1 week, brother. That's the quickest you could possibly do it. But most likely will be 2 weeks. I think we'll just rock with this, guys, for now until we think of something better. This is pretty clean. Well, we followed the model 4 to 5 days. That's very nice. Check crude oil. Sure, let's check crude oil. Crude oil. Looks like we'll probably run the sell side here. And then we have low resistance, liquidity lower. Very possible. Could also be fake for a 15-minute bullish fair value gap run, but I expect it to come down here. If we got a 15-minute breaker, this would be a really good short. You just short that breaker. Something like this. Even that's 2R in itself. Target the relative equal lows, that's 2.3. If you want to try and predict it, you can short the 5-minute inversion, maybe. Maybe you can get something better. I'd wait to see if there's a breaker. Oh. Yeah, looks like it can go lower. And then here we'll put on YM. EXY. What the hell is ugly? Well, it's probably it for me. Nothing else. YM looks pretty bearish. If you shorted the daily fair value gap, you probably caught a nice trade. Right at 1050 macro. Pretty much the same thing. What do you recommend between top step and apex? I recommend top step 100% personally. Unless you're scaling and you want more accounts, then go to apex. If you're not scaling, don't go to apex. That's my personal opinion. Do as you will. Well, boys, it's time for me to go get breakfast. We had a nice stream today. 3-hour stream. We got to come back next week, and our only goal next week is to follow 5 out of 5 days. This week, we only followed after pass. Yeah, still top step, bro. Still top step. Top step. The only reason I would ever use Apex, whether restrictions for scaling, what do you mean scaling? You can get up to 5 accounts. and you can get 1 live. So 5 funded and 1 live account is the max you can get. So technically 150 times 6, 700K. 750K is the max. Oh. All right, boys. It's time for me to get some breakfast. I will see you guys Monday. Our only goal Monday to follow the rules of our trading model every single day. This week we messed up once on Tuesday, and we took full loss because of it. But that's okay, because I think we can turn this around. I really do think we can turn this around. But I have an account from TopStep with TradeAvate. I buy another account from my fund futures. How will I manage and TradeAvate? It'll be 2 different TradeAvate accounts. If you want, you can get the something called Replicanto. There's probably some people with codes for it. I don't have a code, but you can probably get a little bit of a discount. And then you can copy trade them. But brother, if I were you, I would just get another account with TopStep, TradeAvate, so it's on the same thing. Or you can get 2 different TradeAvate accounts, and that's okay. You can put them on the same trade copier. So this is the journal. Not in the Discord. If you haven't liked the stream, feel free to like, subscribe. I'm live every single day showing what I'm doing, which is just my journey, I don't encourage anyone to take the exact same trades as me. If you do, well, we're going to win and lose together. But don't let me know. Just do it on your own. If you want to watch my journey, I'm here. If you want to learn, I have a lot to teach, but I also have a lot to learn. So, what's I going to do? Post this in the journal. Actually, minus 160. All right, boys, we're gonna hop off, go make some breakfast, go watch some movies and shit. Till I have a basketball game later. See you guys. Peace. Appreciate everyone coming through.